So recently I just got myself a Lego Green Goblin construction figure, and if it isn't obvious already, I personally bought this toy since it reminds me a lot of Bionicle. Now I've seen Austrian brick fans speed build to see if it was worth to buy and see it feels like Bionicle. But after seeing the video, there seems to be mostly brick parts and no construction or CCBS parts since it now uses SCCBS, where most of the pieces have the classic Lego brick stud attachments. This kinda made me change my mind for a while, but after being out of town for a few days and find myself walking to the toy store, I thought, yeah sure, why not? I got opportunity, so might as well just buy this $35 Bionicle wannabe. Although I did saw a Ninjago mecha that looks a lot cooler than I thought, but looking back at the box, it kinda looked like Gundam or Exoforce, so no thanks. Now, keep in mind, this is not a follow-up video to my Bionicle rant. I have noticed that I've been getting some Bionicle fans as subscribers, so just to be clear, this is not a Lego toy review channel or a Bionicle lore channel. But I do still appreciate you guys for supporting and also giving me 1000k views, so thank you so much for your support. As a small channel, my content is mainly just entertainment reviews with occasional video essays and sometimes some shitpost memes. Also, if you're one of those people who vote in the community tab, aka 2 people, this is not the Spider-Man video I was planning, but you may treat this as a substitute for my planned Spider-Man video, which I have not started yet as of this time. And finally, this is not going to be a review on the Green Goblin figure. But what this video is going to be about is my thoughts on how it feels to build an SCCBS Lego figure for the first time. Will it be just like the old Bionicle or Hero Factory days, or will it feel different? Well, there are certainly some new pieces that I don't usually see every day, like a brick with a pin axle connector, a piece that looks like a golden snitch but flat, and the occasional upside down brick attachment, which is very unorthodox. Now I actually do used to own non-Bionicle Lego sets. I had one Lego Racer toy, one Lego City Police toy, one Power Miner set, one Lego board game, not sure how many of you remember that, one Harry Potter set, and one Lego Atlantis set. I wouldn't call myself a collector, but it was still enjoyable to build those. Never owned a Lego Star Wars toy ironically, even though those things are still selling. And here I have finally finished building the upper and lower torso part. If these things were made during the Bionicle era, then these would be the pieces. Even the chest piece I think might also be separate as well. Where the nostalgia if this kicks in is probably the Technic pieces in which I snapped them. Speaking of which, I don't mean to contradict myself, but in my Bionicle rant I said the reason why I think Lego won't make Bionicles again is due to its complex pieces. Later I started viewing the Lego Technic Ferrari speed build and I kinda take it back because look at that engineering! If Lego can still make whatever that is, I'm sure they can still produce Bionicle toys. But again, it is possible they can't take any more risks with that IP since it might end up selling poorly. Also, what I learned is that Technic Ferrari costs 400 euros, which converted to dollars, it means 445 bucks. Sheesh, Lego stuff is expensive. Might as well buy a botanical collection. Actually, I don't even know what Lego's thinking selling fake flowers. Might as well just get real ones. Like, who's this made for? Moms? Anyway, enough getting off topic. Now it's time to give my thoughts on how it felt building an SCCBS figure. So here it is guys, the Bionicle Titan set Green Goblin. New from Bionicle, the Makuta has possessed Leo into putting on the Goblin gear, and now it's up to Tuata who got bitten by a Protodermis Viscerac. Infused by the whole Ika venom and put a stop to him. But let's face it, Onua is the one who's going to save him for the 3rd time. So, was it worth it? Well, if I'm gonna be honest, building this even with instructions feels like a goddamn puzzle. Maybe it's because I haven't built a Lego in a very long time, but these small tiny pieces are a huge pain in the ass that I'd sometimes get the wrong mirrored piece. I might sound biased, but like I said, the Technic adjacent pieces were very much felt like the old Bionicle days. But building the glider, I find myself actually a lot more enjoyable, and I'm quite impressed with the stabilization. Either way, this is probably the closest thing I'll get to a Bionicle-esque play function similar to the gear function, and whatever sidearm the Toas use each year. There's no ab crunch, but he can still do a swivel here. Like this video if you know that reference. and the leg ball joint seemed to be powered by a ratchet joint. What I did not have fun building next to adding the small tiny details has got to be his Kanohi mask of levitation. This thing tends to fall apart easily while building, and I had to go back to formula just to finish this. So, in conclusion, did I enjoy building the SCCBS Lego Green Goblin? Well, not really. I was expecting to finish this build in like 15 minutes, but it took me like 2 hours. And I wasn't even procrastinating. But did I like the finished product after I was done? Well, kinda. It still doesn't have the OG Bionicle aesthetic, but I am still impressed with the details. Probably better than CCBS where it keeps using the same old lame old pieces. Go watch this video since it pretty much sums up my issues with it. Not a fan of the shoulder gaps, and there are times that pieces would drop when I try to do new poses. Still, I didn't expect for this to be a large toy and how it can stand incredibly still. Now for the real question here is, if Bionicle would ever return in this form, would I still buy it? Well, for the brand name, yeah, probably. I'll just buy it for the brand name. Sorry if that sounds a bit consumer mentality.
Don't ask questions, just consume product.
But hey, as long as it doesn't look like GWP Tahoe or Marvel Mechs, then I'd be very fine. Even if building this might be a pain to deal with. But hey, as long as I stop getting Bionicle dreams. Recolor this to red, blue, white, or add some kind of mask function, and he already looks like a Miramax movie-inspired original Bionicle. But if you know what you're doing, I think I might recommend this to anyone trying to create your own mocks. Gotta get those extra pieces, right? And I think that's pretty much it, really. So what do you guys think about SCCBS? Do you think this might be the future of Bionicle? Prefer the classic construction CCBS look? Or do you guys think Bionicle should just remain dead as it should be? Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to know your opinions. Anyway guys, sending it, logging off until next time. New from Bionicle, the Makuta has possessed Liu into New from Bionicle, the Makuta has possessed Liu into putting on the Goblin gear, and now it's up to Tahoe, who got bitten by a Protodermis Visceract to Fuck, it's so hard to do his impression. Like, I'm not even trying.